Well, good afternoon, chaps. You know, today I think I'm going to make an attempt to get the front and back glass out of this thing. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm going to start with getting my windshield wipers out of here. You stubborn little turkey. Well, you're just making me get serious now. Okay. I don't know how long this thing sat outside before it was put in the barn that I pulled it out of, but it was just kind of funny to me how much fade you can see just from the wiper arms there. So this thing is a tool I did not have, and since I was ordering all my supplies from Clark's there, just went ahead and picked this up. They call it a C767A Charlie 767 Alpha. Once you get the idea of this tool, it works great. I've got no idea yet. Start at one end of a molding that is on top of the end of another. Like that guy there. Slide tool along windshield until hook hits a clip near end of molding. The idea is to hook the clip, pivot the tool so it forces the clip out and allows the molding to pop up. Lift up slightly on the molding as you go along. Be sure to keep tool flat on glass so as not to hook the edge of the window. Keep tool flat on glass so as not to hook the edge of the window. So I go like this, I guess. Are those rubber pads? Oh yeah. But do I take this plastic off? I don't know, probably. They don't tell me take plastic off tool. Hits a clip near end of molding. The idea is to hook the clip, pivot the tool so it forces the clip out, and allows the molding to pop up. It all sounds so beautifully simple. So very scrumptious. Did that do something? Seemed like it did. Well, there's got to be more clips than that. What are you? I think I'm doing the thing, even though I can't tell what I'm doing. Ew. Let go. Okay, well, it's making a whole lot more sense now. You got these little steel clips that are screwed or riveted or whatever they are at the moment to this surface here. And then, of course, we just got your typical kind of channel shaped trim, stainless trim that hooks in there, you know. And then as I was coming along, I was just bending these clips down so that this could pull away. So that's all there is to that. Now I need to get my windshield seal tool out and we'll start cutting this thing out. Alright, we got her in there. We're just gonna pull. Come on. Ooh, that stuff is thick. All right. There we go. Oh man, this bottom end isn't even, well, we knew it wasn't sealed, but I don't know why I'm surprised. Come on. I'd like to get it, I'll see if I can get it started in the center. If I can get it out of here. See, I have just a 90-degree blade on this thing. I don't know if I can get it started down here or not. This dug out. Now if I could turn it. Well, shoot. Tell you what. I'm gonna finish out the top. See if that extra movement helps me out there. Just don't break the glass. Oh yeah, that stuff's rotten. I think she'll, a little finagle and she'll come right out. There. Yeah. Anyone want to donate a storage shed? Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay. Should be that simple. All right. The bad news is it is like it is. There was no changing that, and we knew that ahead of time. The good news is it's no worse than I thought it was. No, it's no worse than it could be. There's quite a bit of pitting and so forth all along down there, but I mean it's all seems to be all good. Solid metal, except for right there. So, best or worst case scenario, however you want to look at it, I guess it's the best case scenario for what we knew we had. So, we will obviously cut that out, patch that. Was already planning on stripping down the dashboard anyway. Glove box was just an absolute mess. That area was all rusty too, you know, so it was gonna need it anyhow. So yeah, anyway, that's good, right? Now, if you remember on the previous video, we uncovered this insulation back here, and it's pretty much all falling apart. Now, that may be due to the fact that it's 60 years old and products weren't just made. That's kind of some kind of paper material or something anyway. Just wasn't made to hold up this long, you know, and then you park it outside or whatever. It goes through a lot of heating and cooling cycles, humidity, the gasket. The glass seals absolutely could have been leaking and contributed to that. We just don't know. But I have all the supplies I need for both, you know, all the sealant and the rod and everything. So I am going to slip the back glass out now. We definitely don't have any big concerns like up front, but certainly on the bottom corners, this left side's a little worse. She's a little rotten, you know. So maybe there was some water coming in, I don't know, but that would certainly be suspect. But a lot of the gasket areas are just, or the seal areas are just, they were giving up. They were old, they were tired, they wanted to rest, and no one would let them. So, we'll clean that up on our own time, my own time, unless you're volunteering to come. So for right now, I'm going to turn my attention to the floor. I'm going to start cleaning that up a little bit better, and I'm show you what my solution for the rear portion is going to be. Oh, that has got to be one of the worst jobs in restoring cars. While I was down there cleaning up the floor, I turned my attention 180, 0 degrees, and took care of the old insulation stuck on the ceiling yet. That's awful. It's got to be done, and luckily this is a little ceiling, The 48 Chevy had about 3 times as much to do that we did recently together. Man, I'm still getting junk off. Anyway, went and took a shower with a bottle of Dawn out the water hose outside. I'm going to be blowing that out of my nose for a week. And I did have a mask. Yes, I did. Alright, now I'm going to clean this floor up real quick with some acetone and one of my stinky old holy socks. Not the holy underwear, but the holy socks. I'm going to go ahead and be real generous with myself and my approach to what I'm about to do here. And I'm going to say 45% of you are going to be in complete agreement with what I'm about to do. You're going to be, yep, right on, go for it, man. The other 45%, you may not agree, but you'll never say anything. Then 5%, you're just going to get disgusted and completely write me off. You're just going to walk away, shut the video off, never come back again. 1% of those are going to be sure to tell me about it in the comments. And the other 5%, well, you fell asleep watching Vice Grip Garage and somehow YouTube landed you here. So you're completely oblivious. Anyway. Alright, so what we have going on here, we have very solid floors, rear floors. They are pitted. There are a few pinholes throughout. If this was someone else's car that I was working on, I may very well go ahead and just replace the floors. I don't know. It's borderline. If the guy wanted to spend the money, do it right. There again, I say do it right. Cut the floors out and replace them. However, is it necessary? In this case, I don't think so. So I'm going to do step 1 of my 2-step system, this is Rust-Oleum's Rust Reformer. I just want to get a product on like this that will take care of the rust, deal with it, so it will not continue to rot, And the best part of it is Rust-Oleum put the old school nozzles on so I can use my pistol grip. So we're just going to give this a good coating and move on to step 2. Hello! Today I would like to show you a product for sale. Step 2 out of 2, it's only a 2-step system, is something that many of you have probably heard of. Perhaps many of you have tried it. It's U.S. Chemical and Plastics All Metal. It is basically like a plastic filler that is full of aluminum. Let me show you. It just looks like liquid aluminum, basically. This stuff, they say, this stuff does not shrink, it does not crack. It's just great stuff. If you have your doubts about it, I would invite you to do your own searching, search it out online and see what you can find out, what guys have said about it. It's just good stuff. So we're going to mix this just like you would a plastic filler, and then we'll get in there and start putting it on. One of the original purposes of this stuff, I believe, was as a substitute for body lead. So, kind of gives you an idea of where they were headed with it. Now they say 12 drops, 15 drops for the size of a golf ball. I don't know. Maybe I have 3 golf balls there. Left the scraper I prefer to use at the other shop where I'm working on the El Camino and so forth. So I got this big old honker. That's alright, we'll make it work. Suppose you could just spread it on your pinholes if you want. I'm gonna cover everything that has pinning in it. And I'm wearing gloves, so I'm going to use my fingers too. Nothing wrong with finger painting. This stuff is setting up fast, and I'm not even kidding you. I must have mixed her nice and hot. Good deal. Guys, I realize this isn't everybody's approach, what they would do, but it's what I'm doing. You know, the floors were perfectly structurally sound. They just had a few pinholes. Really what happened to this car, it sat outside probably for many years after being painted. I don't know why. We had leaks. It started to rot. Obviously it really rotted up front, and then someone else bought it, put it in that barn you saw me pull it out of, and that saved it for quite a while, you know. It slowed the progress down. So yeah, these could have gone to the point of absolutely needing to be repaired or replaced, but this is gonna seal it up, and this will never be seen again. This will never be a problem, I guarantee you. Next time I have it up on jack stands, then we'll crawl under there and spread some, you know, some Pour 15 or some Raptor liner on the bottom side, and shoot, that thing's going to be good to go for a long time. I really wanted to get to the front floor pans with you, but it's getting late, almost supper time. And I really kind of want to get from beginning to end, cutting it out, measuring, cutting panels, welding in, you know, kind of a beginning to end situation there. So I'm just going to hold off on that, and that'll be our next video on this car. Then we got some, you know, windshield openings to take care of, little spot to weld back there. And then really, once that's all done, I've already got paint for the dashboard. We'll strip that down, we'll repaint that, and then we can start thinking about putting interior back in. So I'm hoping I can move pretty quickly on this. I also have to decide the product like I used on the 48 Chevy on the roof. I think I got those from Summit, you know, the stick-on sound deadener insulation tiles, so to speak. Definitely want to put that on the ceiling. My flooring will have some insulation stuck to the bottom of it, so I really need to decide if I want to bother putting any in here on the floor. You know, a Corvair isn't like your typical car. You don't have the hot exhaust and the heat from the engine and everything coming radiating back at you. That's all out the back, you know. So is it necessary? Probably not. Did Chevy put insulation across the whole floor? Yeah, they did. At least where the feet go, and I think that's where it is on the bottom of the flooring that I have. So trying to decide. I do need to buy it though for the roof. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate you coming along on my progress. I'm just taking you along for the ride. These aren't necessarily how to start to finish videos, you know. This is just you spending this time with me, coming along and getting done what I get done, you know. So I appreciate you coming by. We will see you on the next one. God bless you. Bye-bye. Oh, kneeling way too long on that foot. Oh.